Okay, so hello guys. So we are on our third case. So remember, we are on our topic about integration technique. Uh, wherein we are using fraction decomposition. So pinag-usapan na natin yung case number one at case number two, wherein the denominators are linear function. So doon sa case number one, remember, our linear function is not repeated. So magkakaiba yung ating factors. Then pagdating natin dun sa case number two, meron tayong repeated linear function. So we are on the third case wherein we are talking about quadratic function at the moment. So yung ating denominator ay it involves quadratic function. Remember, quadratic function, the degree of polynomial is 2. So, kaya mostly yung ating equation ay yung pinakamalaking exponent is squared, right? So we will be dealing with quadratic function. So yung ating quadratic function, if we will be using uh, the uh, partial fraction. So kapag yung ating denominator ay quadratic function, yung ating numerator will be ax plus b. So if you can see, if our denominator is a quadratic function, if we use the partial fraction, we will be using the form ax plus b. Remember, our function, linear function is y equals mx plus b, di ba? So meron tayong coefficient nung ating x at meron tayong constant p. So if you can remember, talking about the linear function, so meron tayong slope, di ba? Dito natin makikita yung slope ng ating linear function and yung kanyang y-intercept. So sa madaling salita, if we will just focus on how it is being used in partial fraction. Kapag ang ating factor ay quadratic function, automatic, ang ating numerator will be ax plus b. Okay, just like this one. So, meron tayong function na merong factor na x minus 2. So, this one is a factor that is a linear. No? So, dito ay ang ating x ay equal sa 2. So, dito makikita natin x squared plus 1. So, we have two possible values of x. Kaya, quadratic function yan. And x squared plus 4. So, for the partial fraction, kapag ang ating factor ay quadratic function, just like this. So, ang ating numerator will be linear function or bx plus c. So, just like kagaya din ito, no, ang ating factor ay quadratic function. Kaya ang ating numerator ay dx plus e. Hindi siya a na lang or b na lang, but we will be having bx plus c. Okay? So, one of the things that we can remember, so kapag meron na tayo na integrand, most of the one of the one of the equations or one of the integration na pwede nating gamitin itong ating arctangent na arctangent formula. So kapag integration ng dx over x squared plus a squared, equal yan, di ba, kung maaalala nyo, sa 1 over a arctangent x over a plus c. Nakuha? So, kaya guys, yung mga previous formula natin, it's really important that we remember how we apply those formulas, okay? So, let's have one example. So, meron tayo dito 2x squared may integration of 2x squared minus x plus 4 over x cubed plus 4x. So, makikita natin, most probably, alam natin na meron tayong factor sa denominator na quadratic function because we have here a degree of polynomial of 3, meaning meron tayong exponent na 3. So, alam natin na, meron tayong factor diyan na quadratic function, 'no? So, okay, let's answer this, let's evaluate. So, this one is a proper fraction kasi yung degree of exponent ng numerator ay mas maliit compared to the degree of, degree of polynomial, not degree of numerator. So, degree of polynomial to our numerator is 2 and the degree of polynomial sa ating denominator ay 3. So, therefore, we can use the partial fraction decomposition to find the integral of this rational function. Okay, so first things first, since hindi naman na natin kailangang mag-divide kasi nga proper fraction siya. So, kailangan natin makuha yung factor nung ating denominator. Ano? So, let's figure out. So, meron tayong x cubed plus 4x. So, pwede nating i-factor out yung x, di ba? So, kapag in-factor out natin yung x, that will just be yung ating x cubed plus 4x. So, let's try to factor out yung x natin. So, that will be x squared plus 4. So, kung makikita natin yung ating factors ay x and meron tayong quadratic function na x squared plus 4. So, again, we can say that it's a quadratic function if our if the degree of polynomial ng ating equation ay 2. So, this one is a quadratic function, okay? So, kapag gine-algebra mo yan or if you use Desmos to graph, so um, this is this is a parabola. Makikita natin, ano. Pero we will not go there para lang medyo ma-picture out nyo yung quadratic equation natin. Most probably ay ano yan, parabola, ano. Kaya yung x natin dito, if in-equate natin to sa 0, will be, uh, ang values natin na x dito will be, two possible values, no? Okay, so let's try. Okay, let's try to answer this. So, since meron na tayo ditong factor na 2x squared minus x plus 4 all over x times x squared plus 4. Okay? So, dito pa lang, pag nakita mo na agad yung isang denominator niya ay magiging x squared plus 4, may possibility that you will be using the equation pertaining to the arctangent dahil x squared plus a squared yan, di ba? So, kapag constant yung numerator mo, then ang denominator mo ay square ng variable and square ng constant. So, arctangent na yan, no? Pero I'm getting ahead of myself, pero gusto ko lang na kapag nakita nyo na yung factor, may mga naiisip na kayo na possible na technique to integrate kapag na-simplify nyo na and nakuha nyo na yung ating partial fraction. Okay. So, kunin muna natin yung partial fraction ng ating equation. So, mamaya babalikan natin to. So, ang ating fraction or rational function ay 2x squared minus x plus 4 at over x times x squared plus 4. So, kagaya nung ginawa natin sa mga nakaraang discussion natin, pwede natin kunin yung partial fraction niya ng ating mga factors. So, a over x plus, again, the other factor is a quadratic function. So, we will be using bx plus c all over x squared plus 4. So, maybe some of you are asking, ma'am, pagdating ba dito, pwede ko nang ihiwalay yung bx plus c. So, okay lang din naman, basta consistent lang yung paghihiwalay mo. Basta make sure na kapag ang iyong factor ay quadratic function, make sure na gawin mo muna siyang bx plus c bago mo siya paghiwalayin. Again, if you have this one, ang pwede mo lang paghiwalayin dito ay yung numerator, ano, but they need to have the same denominator. So those are some of the rules when you are dealing with fraction. So, ayan, simplify na natin. Paano tayo nagsisimplify? Minumultiply natin both sides by the denominator. Kasi alam natin, all of the denominators natin, itong x natin, tsaka x squared plus 4, are all factors of the denominator. Ano? So, alam natin na, kaya nga finactor out natin. So, kapag minultiply natin dyan, may mako-cross out tayo. And again, if hindi nyo pa-gets bakit nako-cross out ng denominator, so I need you to go back to our discussion nung last Thursday. So, walang recording yon, kailangan nyo balikan yung presentation dahil in-step by step ko kung paano, bakit na-cross out natin yung denominator dito sa right side ng equation. But for now, let's proceed. No? So, multiply natin siya by x times x squared plus 4. So, since we will multiply it, mako-cross out natin to. No? Then, if we multiply x times x squared plus 4, if we multiply that to a over x, that will just be equal to a times x squared plus 4. Then, doon sa ating bx plus c, so make sure naka-group yung bx plus c para hindi ka malito. Ano? So, kasi most of the time, namumultiply lang natin siya dun sa unang term. So, nagkakamali na kaagad tayo. So, kailangan din natin siyang multiply dun sa c. So, kailangan naka-group yan. So, if you multiply that, mako-cross out itong ating x squared plus 4. So, matitira lang dyan ay x. So, meaning 2x squared minus x plus 4. So, ngayon, wala na tayo ditong denominator. So, it's easier for us to deal with this equation. So, paano natin kukunin yung A, B, and C? So, again, on our last video or on our previous video, I've shown you how to find the values of A, B, and C using elimination, substitution elimination. So, magsasubstitute tayo ng value ng x para makuha natin yung A, B, C kung hanggang anong letter man yung meron tayo. But this time, I'll show you another technique. So, kung mas gusto nyo gamitin yung nagbibigay kayo ng value ng x, okay lang din yun. Kung saan kayo mas komportable, basta consistent kayo, okay lang yun. But for this one, I'm giving you another technique. So, since on our left side, meron tayo dito quadratic function, ano? So, quadratic function, meron tayong x squared, meron tayong x raised to 1, at meron tayong, remember yung constant natin, bakit constant lang yan? Meron tayo dyang x raised to 0. So, ganun yung ating quadratic function, ano? Meron tayong x squared, x, and x raised to 0. So, let's arrange that to x squared minus x plus 4. Then, we can also arrange our right side of the equation in a manner na meron tayong x squared, x, at saka x raised to the 0 or constant. So, paano natin gagawin yon? Kailangan muna nating i-distribute yung mga terms natin. Alisin natin yung parentheses. So, alisin natin yung mga parentheses, guys. So, itong a, multiply natin siya dun sa x squared plus 4. So, that will just be a x squared plus 4a. So again, uh, we are using the distributive property of multiplication. Then we have bx plus c times x. So that will be plus, so x times bx is bx squared plus cx. So normally, I will be using parenthesis dito. So kailangan kong i-deal muna yung x times bx plus c bago ko siya i-deal with the operation. However, since addition lang naman 'to, so wala naman, nothing will harm you. However, if your operation will be subtraction, pero in this case naman laging addition 'to kasi nga yung partial fraction natin will be addition. Sinasabi ko lang na just in case 'no, meron kayong negative coefficient dito. So, kunwari yung x mo dito ay negative. So, just be careful. Distribute niyo muna yung term nito bago niyo siya i-add, bago niyo gamitin yung operation. Anyway, magkakaiba tayo ng technique. Ako lang medyo careful ako with respect to the sign kasi yun yung talagang mostly doon tayo nagkakamali. So, again, ginamitan ko lang ng distributive property para pag-group natin, alin yung merong x squared, yung merong x at merong x raised to 0. Okay, sige. So, that will be 2x squared minus x plus 4. So, rearrange natin. So, alin dito, dun sa right side, parehas may x squared. So, paglapitin lang natin sila. So, that will be a x squared plus b x squared plus, so yan lang naman yung may x squared. So yung may x ay c x plus, alam natin itong 4a ay constant yan parehas. Remember, a, b, c ay constant and 4 ay constant. So, yan ay 4a lang. 4a plus 4a. And kung makikita nyo, yung x natin dyan will be just raised to 0. No, lalagay ko lang. You don't need to to see that. Pero gusto ko lang na makita nyo na kapag quadratic equation, meron tayong x raised to the power of 2, x raised to the power of 1, and x raised to the 0. So, then, sulat natin yung nasa left side para makonect natin. So, the coefficient of 2 dun sa ating x squared minus coefficient natin sa x ay 1 plus, sorry. So, gusto kong gamitin yung color coding para mas makita ninyo plus 4, yan yung coefficient. And ilalagay ko lang din yung degree of polynomial ng ating term dito, which is x raised to 0. Okay, so now, i-group natin para ma-factor out natin yung x squared. So that will be equal to, factor out ko lang yung x squared dito. So a plus b times x squared. So again, pinactor out ko lang yan. Plus cx plus 4a. Again, x raised to 0 ay 1 lang yan. So, equal yan sa 2 times x squared minus x plus 4 So, x raised to 0. Ayan. So, pwede na nating from there, we can get values of A, B, and C with respect to the coefficient. So, alam natin na dito 2x squared minus x plus 4. So, with respect to x squared, with respect to x squared, yung ating 2, dahil dito sa left side, ang coefficient niya ay 2. Therefore, equal yan sa coefficient no x squared dun sa kabila, no? So, 2 equals, ano yung coefficient natin dun sa right side? It's A plus B. Again, dahil nga meron tayong dun sa x squared natin dito, same na sila, equal sila eh. So therefore, yung coefficient ni x squared dito will be the same as the coefficient ni x squared on the right side. So we got 2 equals A plus B. So sa x squared yan, ano? So kung titignan naman natin with respect to x, so with respect to x, ano yung x natin? X value natin. So meron tayo dito coefficient na -1. So alam natin na yung coefficient na yan will be the same as the coefficient on the right side. So that will be -1. Sorry. So that will be -1. Again, that's the coefficient of x, ano dahil minus x, is equal to anong coefficient ng x sa right side, equal yan sa c. So meron agad tayong value ng c, no? So c is equal to -1. Then, tingnan natin dun sa constant. So, at x raised to 0, so yung ating coefficient no ating x to 0 ay 4. So, therefore, meron tayong 4 is equal to, dito sa right side, yung coefficient ay 4a. So, from here, malalaman agad natin yung value ng a, di ba? So, again, saan galing yan? Sa coefficient yan nung ating x raised to 0 dito. So, A will be equal to 1. So, meron ka na agad value ng C, meron ka na agad value ng A. So, most of the time, kung meron ka ng value ng isang letter, mas madali na kunin yung value kasi you will just be using the coefficient. So, kapag hindi mo pa nakuha yung value ng A at B dito, saka ka magbigay ng mga value ng x. So, that will be much easier kasi may mga other values ka na. So, since alam mo na yung value ng A, pwede mong malaman yung value ng B coming from this equation, di ba? So, since 2 is equal to A plus B, so 2 is equal to, ang value ng A ay 1. So, 1 plus B. So, makuha natin yung B natin will be just equal to 1. So, instantly meron ka na agad value ng A, B, and C. Again, paano natin kinuha yun? I-rearrange lang natin dun sa ating mga variables with respect to the quadratic function na x squared, x at x raised to 0. Then from there, kinompare natin yung kanilang mga coefficient kasi alam natin na same yung mga coefficient nila. Okay, so now, let's go back to our equation, no? So, ang equation natin ay ito. So, copy ko lang. So, hold on. So, we got, marahin ko lang to. Sulat. So, itong equation natin na to. So, integration natin na 'to is equal to so ang equivalent niyan ay integration ng a over x plus bx plus c over x squared plus 4. So, a over x plus bx plus c over x squared plus 4 dx. Now, let's apply the values of a, b, and c. So, ang a natin, so ay hiwa-hiwalayin na rin natin yung integration niya. So, yung a natin will just be equal to 1, no? Nakuha natin kanina, a is equal to 1. So, that will just be 1. So, pwede hindi na natin isulat dito, di ba? So, that will just be dx over x. So, habang sinusulat nyo, oh, alam ko na to, du over u to. Integration ng du over u is just ln u plus c. So, then, let's go to bx plus c. So, pwede mo na itong paghiwalayin, ano? So, yung b natin, anong value ng b? Ang value ng b ay equal sa 1. So, pwede hindi mo na isulat. So, that will just be 1x, di ba? So, that will be x over x squared plus 4 dx. So, pwede ka din dyan du over u, di ba? Kasi may x ka dito, so that's the derivative of x squared plus 4. So, pwede mo nang gamitin din yun. Then, lastly, we have a constant over x squared over 4. So, since yung c natin ay negative 1 pa, ayan, negative 1. So, ilagay lang natin yung minus na natin, ano. So, negative, ayan, para lang alam natin na minus na yan. So, dx over x squared plus 4. So, alam natin itong uh, third na term natin, i-integrate natin siya using arctangent, ano. So, for this one, yung ating u is equal to x. Then, ang ating a ay equal sa, so gagamitin natin yung formula ng ating, kapag meron tayong integration of du over u squared plus a squared. So, gagamitin natin yung arctangent. So, dito, so, u3. Para lang alam ko na yung u natin dito ay x. Then, for the second term, again, du over u yan. So, yung u natin dito will be u sub 2. So, pinangalanan ko lang yung u natin para hindi magkabali-baliktad. So, x squared plus 4. Then, ang ating du will be 2x. So, derivative ng 4 is just 0. So, 2x dx. So, yung dx natin is equal to du over 2x. Then, ito, ang u lang natin, u sub 1 ay x. Then, ang du sub 1 natin ay dx. So, simple. Okay, so let's integrate now. So, that will just be equal to du. So, integration ng du over u plus, so integration ng x times yung x squared plus 4 ay u. Then, yung dx natin ay du over 2x. Now, we cross out the x and the x here. So, mamaya, simplify natin. Then, minus, so gagamitin ko na yung subtraction dahil nga plus negative. So, that will just be integration of du over u squared plus a squared. So now we can integrate that. So ang integration ng du over u ay, sorry, hindi na natin sulat, integration sign. So diretso na natin. So that will just be ln u plus, so meron tayo ditong 1/2, 'di ba? Puwede natin ilabas yung 1/2. So 1/2, papangalan natin 'to ln u sub 1 dahil sa first term. So 1/2 ln u sub 2 dahil second term 'yan. So minus yung integration ng du, so it's 1 over, a arctangent u over a plus c, 'no? Yun yung gamit natin sa ating arctangent. So 1 over a, so that will be 1 over 2 arctangent u over a. So that will just be x over plus c. So puwedeng yan na yung iyong final answer. So therefore, yung ating, integration ng ating 2x squared minus x plus 4 ay equal sa hindi ko pa pala nilagay yung value ng u sub 1. So that will be equal to ln, so anong u sub 1 natin? X. So ln x plus 1/2 ln, anong u sub 2 natin? X squared plus 4 minus, 1/2 arctangent x over 2 plus c. So 'pag ganyan yung arrangement mo, okey na yan ano, na yan na yung iyong final answer. Make sure lang na tama yung, operation ano, addition, subtraction, positive ba yan or negative. So that's our final answer. So similar lang siya, wala namang bago. Ang kailangan niyo dito guys na maalala lagi ay kung paano gagamitin yung partial fraction. Paano kukunin yung A, B, C, kung ano mang mga hanggang anong letter 'yan, and kung paano i-integrate yung much simpler ano. So yun lang, kung may tanong, lista niyo lang yung tanong niyo, kung may clarification kayo then, kita-kits tayo sa next meeting natin sa university, okay? So see you guys.